Hey, how's it going? I hope you're well. Um, I'm doing okay today. I'm doing okay. Um, it's been a it's been a good day overall, but there's this weird feeling that's kind of taking over. Um, it's hard to explain. I'm not really sure what it is, but it's yeah. Uh, it's only I've only been feeling this way for like the past few hours. Um, but it's causing me to. You know what? Actually, this is a familiar feeling. This is how I felt a lot of the time back when my depression was running rampant. It's um, it's a feeling of not really wanting to do anything. I feel no motivation to do anything, no desire to do anything. I just want to exist quietly. It's odd. It's strange, but yeah. Now that I've taken a closer look at it, it is familiar. It is something I've experienced before. And yeah, it just kind of just makes you feel nothing. Like you don't want to do anything, you don't want to feel anything. And I think the reason why it's so strange is because, well, I started feeling it during my D&D session this evening. And usually D&D is the highlight of my week. Like I really enjoy doing it. And afterwards, usually I'm feeling pretty happy, excited, you know, um, just generally good. But that's not the case today. And I don't know why it's happening today, now, but it is. It's here. Um, yeah, I don't know. But aside from that, I am doing okay. Um, like I said, it has been a pretty good day. A few things have happened that I want to talk about. Um, First of all, my new wallet arrived today. That's exciting. I like it a lot. Um, and the Korean slash English keyboard that I ordered also arrived today. And the box that it arrived in, because it traveled from China, I believe, it was kind of beat up. It wasn't in the best condition. But the keyboard itself, fine. Um, I tested it all out. Everything works. So, pretty happy with it. It's got obviously the English alphabet, but also the Korean alphabet. So, that's what I'll be using to type up, um, well, things in Korean. Because I'm imagining that when I'm at university, I will have assignments that will require me to use Korean. And so, that's what that's for. So yeah, I'm happy with the things that arrived today. Um, Last night I ordered some more clothes and a like a short laptop stand for my desk when I'm at uni. Um, and then I also received an email about the hat that I bought, the baseball cap that will hopefully arrive at some point this week, if not the beginning of next week. So, yeah, there's lots of things happening, lots of things being ordered and being delivered. I'm not used to it. I'm not used to having this much going on. Um, I don't typically I don't buy a lot of things, um, mainly because I don't really have the money to do it, but also because I shopping isn't really something that I care that much about. Um, Probably because I haven't had much money for most of my life, and so I've kind of disregarded shopping as an activity to do because it's not something I can afford to do. Um, excuse me, but yeah, it's slightly different now. I have done a lot of shopping this year, most, if not all of it, for uni. Um, but still, it feels strange to be doing it so much. Um, but I couldn't help myself with the clothing because I really like the clothes that I ordered, and I just wanted some more, basically. So I got the same shirt but in a different color. I got a long sleeve top, and I also got some trousers, which are kind of like a mix between the ones I originally bought and like a denim sort of. They're not jeans. It's weird. I don't know how to describe it to you, but yeah, they're cool. I like them. So hopefully they will arrive. I'm hoping next week, but we'll see. So yeah, lots going on in that kind of world. Um, I feel like there's something else that I'm waiting for. Maybe not. At this point, I'm losing track. Um, but anyway, moving on. The rest of my day. Well, the rest of the day has been a bit uh, messy, is maybe the right word for that. We were expecting a man to come to the house today to take a look at our caravan so that they can take it away. And originally, they said they would arrive before 12, and then they didn't. And we had to take Luna out for a walk, or at least we were going to, but then plans changed again, and the man we kind of rescheduled almost and asked the man to arrive in the afternoon, like early afternoon. He didn't show up. Really helpful. And then he said like later on he could turn up at like 4 p.m. But that's when we were going to take Luna out for a walk. So yeah, it's been a bit of a mess today with that person. Um, Not surprisingly, there aren't that many people in the local area who are willing willing to take an old, unusable caravan away. Um, so we're kind of stuck with this incompetent person. Um, but yeah, hopefully they, get their shit together. And I don't know if they're arriving tomorrow or what, but yeah. So that happened. Um, it's been incredibly windy today, and it was also kind of cold this morning. I decided to wear shorts, but that was a mistake. A bit too cold for shorts. Although despite that, I have kept them on. I'm still wearing the shorts. I was promised nice warm weather and we didn't get it, and so I'm upset. And now I'm protesting by wearing shorts in cold weather. But that's just England weather for you. So yeah, it's been very windy today. Did some laundry and put it out on the line, but because it's been so windy, it's I honestly I was worried that all the laundry was going to fly away. Um, and then just before we were going to go out for a walk, it began to rain, and the laundry was still on the line at that point. So we had to quickly like rush and get it all in, and then take Luna for a walk. Um, so yeah, it's been a bit all over the place today. Lots of stuff going on. Um, there are also two other things that I've done today, like semi-important things. The first one, I called up the um, basically the people who uh, the people who will eventually, hopefully, diagnose me with, um, well, I say hopefully. I Okay, hang on. Let me rephrase that. Earlier this year in May, I had a meeting with someone, basically a doctor, who took me through the first part of an ASD assessment, which is like an autistic spectrum disorder process. And I believe that process is split into two parts. And I did the first part back in May. But I don't know if anyone will remember this, but I'm pretty sure I talked about it in an audio log. I really struggled to hear what the lady was saying, and I'm pretty sure at the end she was telling me like what the next step is and like how long it's going to take, but I didn't hear her. And so all this time I've kind of just been in the dark about it, and I wasn't sure when the next part was going to happen. So I called them up today, which I hate doing, by the way. I hate taking phone calls. But I did it because I had to, and I asked them when the next appointment will be. And they told me it's usually an 18-month wait. So the first part was back in May, which means the next part will be in November of next year, which is a long time. Like, that's crazy. The UK is famous for having the NHS, the free healthcare, but the waiting times are ridiculous. So much so that I don't even know if it's like worth having the free healthcare anymore, you know? Like it's bad. It's not great. There are waiting lists for really important things like mental health, and people are on those lists for years before they can get seen to. We're not in a great position in that department, unfortunately. The NHS is a fantastic service, obviously, but yeah, they are either not getting enough funding or they're understaffed or maybe both. I'm not really sure what the problem is, but yeah, it's not great. So I'm going to be waiting until November next year. Although I did request, well, they mentioned it first, and then I requested to be put on the cancellation list, which basically means if anyone cancels their appointment from now until when I'm supposed to have mine, then I can take their place. So we'll see what happens, but yeah. So I made that phone call today, and then the other thing I did was email the university, and I basically asked them the same question that I asked them back in April, which was, what size bed am I going to have? Because I'm going to be moving into a large room, and on the accommodation page on their website, it states, well, it states a few things, and annoyingly, there are discrepancies, and there's contradicting information. So it's confusing, but it states that the large rooms, in the description, like the actual description of the room itself, it says single bed. But then on the floor plan diagram to the left of that, it shows a double bed. But then if you scroll further down on the page, where to the what's included section, there's like a bullet point list of everything that's included in your room, and it says a single or double bed depending on your room size. There are only two room sizes, standard and large. I'm moving into the large, and so I was fully expecting a double bed. And so I emailed them about this back in April. I was like, hey, what's up with this? You've got contradicting information here. I don't know what to believe. And they told me that I would have a single bed. So I was like, okay, fine, single bed. After that, I went out and I purchased a full set of single bedding, because that's what they told me, right? But then, somewhat recently, I was looking through the accommodation page again, and I found more information that didn't line up. And so now I'm even more confused again. And basically, I emailed them about that again, and I said, listen, I've already asked you about this, but I need to know, like, a final confirmation. What size bed am I going to have? Because I may need to go purchase another set of bedding. And then at the end of my email, I respectfully requested them to adjust the information on the page to accurately represent what is in the room. So we'll see what they say. I haven't had a response yet. It will likely happen tomorrow. But it is annoying. It's an annoying situation to be in. And I really hope I don't have to buy new bedding, because that's going to be expensive. But also, I was looking forward to having a double bed at the beginning, and I still would prefer a double bed. So we'll see what happens. If it ends up I do have a double bed and I have to buy more bedding, I can just use the new bedding that I purchased before on my bed here now, and that way, it's still being used, and like I get to replace my current stuff, and yeah. But we'll see. So yeah, done a few things today. And I think that might be everything. I feel like I've covered everything. And I also feel like I've done it in a somewhat cohesive manner. I don't know if you've noticed, you probably have, but I often get sidetracked and go on tangents, and then I forget what I was originally talking about, and it's just kind of a messy process. And I often forget things as well, and it's not great. But today, I don't know why, I feel like I have slightly more clarity in my mind, and I am able to get my thoughts across more accurately. But that likely won't last. Anyway, I'm gonna go now because, well, I am. I'm just gonna go now. I've got other things planned. But I'll be back tomorrow, as always. And until then, I hope you are doing well, you've had a good day, and you're taking care of yourself, because that's important. Also, drink water. Water's good for you. Don't forget. But yeah, I'm going to go now. So thanks for listening, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Good night.